Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you, depending where you are in the world. We're doing the nighttime devotion from the devotional Maranatha. The title today, The Threefold Union of Religion. Revelation 16:13 and 14. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. For they are the spirits of devils, working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of God Almighty. By the decree enforcing the institution of the papacy in violation of the law of God, our nation will disconnect herself fully from righteousness. When Protestantism shall stretch her hand across the gulf to grasp the hand of the Roman power, when she shall reach over the abyss to clasp hands with spiritualism, when under the influence of this threefold union, our country shall repudiate every principle of its constitution as a Protestant and Republican government, and shall make provision for the propagation of papal falsehoods and delusions, then we may know that the time has come for the marvelous working of Satan, and the end is near. Through the two great errors, the immortality of the soul and the Sunday sacredness, Satan will bring the people under his deceptions. While the former lays the foundation of spiritualism, the latter creates a bond of sympathy with Rome. The Protestants of the United States will be foremost in stretching their hands across the gulf to grasp the hand of spiritualism. They will reach over the abyss to clasp hands with the Roman power, and under the influence of this threefold union, this country will follow in the steps of Rome in trampling on the rights of conscience. Papists, Protestants, and worldling will alike accept the form of godliness without the power, and they will see in this union a grand movement for the conversion of the world and the ushering in of the long expected millennium, when our nation shall so abjure the principles of its government as to enact a Sunday law. Protestantism will in this act join hands with popery. It will be nothing less than giving life to the tyranny which has long been eagerly watching its opportunity to spring again into active despotism. The threefold union of religion. So, Revelation talks about three unclean spirits like frogs. It doesn't say they're frogs, it says like frogs, coming out of the mouth of the dragon, the beast, and the false prophet. The dragon being the devil, the beast being America, the false prophet being the papacy. And all the world, as I've said before, will wonder after the beast because they all choose to follow the so called Protestant nation or faiths or churches. Not all of them, but probably 90% of them. All do now worship on a Sunday, the first day of the week. And because of this, and because America will give the power to the papacy, and Satan will give his power to the papacy, although Satan will be behind everything, the Pope will rise up. The Pope will claim to be the vicar of God, the high priest and the representative of God on earth. But he's doing more than that. He's doing the same thing as Satan did when he was in heaven. He's choosing to be higher. And this is why the Catholic Church changed, or not the Catholic Church, the Roman Empire changed the day of worship to Sunday just so everyone would follow it. And it takes away the glory from God from keeping the Sabbath. And what is the Sabbath? The Sabbath is the rest day God instituted at the time of creation. He said, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Not the first day, Sabbath, which is the seventh day. It said, the God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, name, title, dominion. That is the seal of God, the Sabbath. And if you keep the Sabbath and honor God throughout the Sabbath and throughout your lives, keeping the Sabbath is the fourth commandment. If you're keeping all the other 9, you are then keeping all 10 commandments. That is what we do when we worship God. If we want to be and claim to be Protestants, to be a Protestant, you protest against the Catholic Roman Church. And you do not follow them. So therefore, if you do not follow them, you do not honor anything they do or say, because they are wrong in a majority of what they preach. In this, it says, when our nation, which is referring to the United States, but this is absolutely nothing to do with that nation now, it's the whole world. But yes, the United States will be leading on that because everyone lets them. So when it says our nation, I would much rather say when the people of God, or those who are not following God, shall abjure the principles of its government and enact a Sunday law. Protestantism will join hands with the popery. Who do you serve? Who will you serve? Where will you stand on that great day?